welcome back to the channel. The book I'm going to be reviewing today is Spirited, Taking Paganism Beyond the Circle. I can't pronounce his name, but I really do like this book. It's very much based on kind of nature, magic, witchcraft, which is kind of represented in the cover there. You can just about see the imagery that's just inside the circle, that's the centre of the book, which is a really nice touch. It's not obvious, it's very subtle, but it's there and it draws your eye to it once you spotted it. I love the fact that this is wrote by a male author. There's not a lot of books that I come across that is wrote from a male perspective, and they're taking on witchcraft, paganism, and what their path means to them. So this is a really good book for that. It goes through a lot of your basics. I do get kind of the general feeling that it is aimed at people who are still living at home with parents, are in education, or it could even be in the workplace, to be honest. If you're having like confrontations with people when they realise that you're a witch or you're pagan. So one of the sections in here, it goes through how to kind of deal with people that are kind of being sarcastic towards your spiritual beliefs. The one that I like is my broom. Oh, we don't use brooms anymore. I took the Hoover to school, which kind of made me laugh when I read that one. But I do really like this. It goes through. Let me get to the content at the front. It goes through what a witch is. It goes through the idea of a natural witch. It goes through sacred space, how to build it, how to do magic at home. So things like cleansing, protection spells, things like that. It goes through schooling pagans, and so kind of teacher and student relations. If you've got somebody that you're learning from, how to deal with peers when they're kind of interacting with you in terms of your spirituality and religion. It's got some spells, meditations in here. There's quite a lot of information that's in it, but it's the way that it's wrote from his perspective. It's such a refreshing change to what I've read. It's got a little bit on the pagan community. It does go into the teen pagan network, so again, I get the feeling that it's based at teenagers. But it's still quite a good read. It goes through the ideas, some ethical questions in relation to witchcraft and magic, karma, cursing, will, threefold law, things like that. Goes through witchcraft in general, and it also goes through like psychological and metaphysical understanding of spellcraft, which is quite an interesting subject, because obviously it's the idea behind that you want the spell to work, so the spell will work. If you don't believe in it, then it won't work, which I think is quite a good kind of aspect to be looking at. It goes through the divinity, it goes through the god and the goddess. I believe that his matron goddess is actually Persephone, so he's got quite a strong link to that. He was quite happy working in kind of a dualistic goddess Wiccan tradition until Persephone came and claimed him. I know what that feels like. So it's definitely one to have a look at if you're looking to just work in general with gods or goddesses, or if you feel like you're being claimed by one, or if you want to work with a specific god or goddess. It also goes through coven work and working as a solitary practitioner. So it kind of covers all bases. It goes into like the future, so what you can do as a pagan community, as an individual person, what kind of powers that you possess as an individual person to how the future will shape up. And it's just kind of, it is a really nice read, and it's easy to read. It's not long kind of sentences, it's not big paragraphs or anything like that. It's got some recommended reading in there, which it lists quite a few good ones. Mists of Avalon, it lists some rebirth books, general paganism books, witchcraft and Wicca. It's got a very extensive appendix. Let me see if I can. My lighting's atrocious. The sun is setting outside, it's getting light. So as you can see, it's got a very extensive appendix of books that you can read or websites that you can go to. It also goes through a bibliography of books that he has referenced in the book itself, and just a general index of, obviously, for every book. But it's a really good book to read. It's easy to read, and it's the refreshing change of it being from a male perspective, which is what drew me to this. I'm very much based in nature in my practice anyway, so the cover was enough to draw me towards it, but it's the content that's inside it that was surprisingly very interesting, more than what I thought it would be, actually. So I definitely recommend that you have a go at reading this book and let me know what you think to it. Thanks for watching. Bye!